Good afternoon and welcome to Mersey News Live. I'm Megan Wardle.
And I'm Cormac Brady. Our top stories today. An update from the crash of Beacon Primary School, Liverpool City Council sees a record haul of vapes, and the latest from Sean Dyche and Jurgen Klopp ahead of the Merseyside derby.
Parents have called for greater safety measures after a car crashed into an empty classroom at an Everton primary school. That was the scene of devastation at Beacon Primary School. A 39-year-old woman from Walton has been arrested on a suspicion of drug and careless driving. One parent told Mersey News Live about her own concerns about safety in the area.
It shocked me because normally when I bring the girls, one of them goes to the class where it happened, and then the other one always crosses where the vehicle actually collided. So it shocked me because I was like, wow. And we had just parked the car. But the thing is, I think they need to put some measures, like proper safety measures around this place. Because if you look closely, there are not really proper safety measures around here. So most times parents have to struggle crossing the road, and there are some drivers who are, I don't know how to term it, impatient.
Liverpool City Council are meeting today to discuss plans to build new homes on the previous Alderhay Hospital site. Manchester-based company Step Places have submitted plans for 31 homes, 59 retirement units and 8 assisted living units. The proposed location is less than 10 metres from the Ronald McDonald House, where parents stay to be close to their sick children. Nearly 500 objections have been placed, as well as an online petition with over 1,300 signatures. Local councillor Joanne Kennedy told the BBC the proposed development will mean families of severely ill children will be subject to unwanted noise and overbearing buildings in the vicinity.
A man from Liverpool has started a campaign to highlight how people with disabilities are often overlooked and disregarded. Harry Giorgio, founder of Speak to Me campaign, spoke to Mersey News Live about the reasons for starting it.
And getting treated the same way I noticed I was getting treated, where we would go for either out for dinner, medical appointments, or anything that really required support, and you would go out and you wouldn't get addressed as a person. They would address your support worker or your family. The whole message of Speak to Me is actually, I'm a human being, I'm the expert, just speak to me. And that's really how the campaign got.
Thousands of illicit vapes have been seized by Liverpool City Council officers in its largest haul from a single premises to date. Over 3,500 vapes were found in a shop on London Road, totalling a street value of nearly £42,000, nearly 3 times more than the previous record. Research has shown that as illicit vapes are not regulated, many contain banned ingredients and oversized tanks for the nicotine liquid.
A video showing the collapse of part of the former Royal Liverpool Hospital has gone viral on social media. The footage shows a section of the Duncan building crashing down and causing a large cloud of dust. Natalie Hudson, Executive Managing Director of the hospital, said the demolition contractors carried out a controlled collapse to address a build-up of debris on the 10th floor. She added that the demolition was followed by an immediate clean-up of surrounding areas affected by dust. Contractors declined to comment at this stage. Everton host Liverpool in the Merseyside derby tomorrow night, with huge repercussions at both ends of the table. A win seems essential for the Reds to stay in contention in the title race, and elsewhere a draw or win for the Blues would be a huge step towards Premier League survival. The occasion will be Jurgen Klopp's final visit to Goodison Park, as he looks to become Liverpool's first manager to win 10 Merseyside derbies.
I don't know exactly when my first derby was it 15 still, or 2016? So I was in for a while, but it's when you come here, I really think it would not be honest if I would have said immediately that's my game of the year and stuff like this, because it wasn't. I knew how important it is to all the people, so I had it here, but didn't feel it then. That's not a problem for coaching a team, but meanwhile I know it and I feel it and everything. So
Sean Dyche, meanwhile, is aiming to guide Everton to their first derby win at Goodison Park since 2010.
Game, I'm well aware of all the records that people keep telling me and all the rest of it. I'm looking forward to the game, but it's a game, I think derbies are the game of the people from where they live. I didn't grow up here, so I won't have that depth of understanding. What I do understand is how important it is to be Everton's manager, that's for sure, in all games, and particularly this one for the obvious reason. Going back to Jurgen Klopp, I think, to be clear, it's a tough call when you're Everton's manager, but taking that aside, being Everton's manager, massive respect for him. What he's done, his last game here, his last derby, and the games to come, and who knows, they're still pushing. But
the captain of Liverpool's cricket club's women's team has said a new attempt to break down barriers in the sport has backfired. Last week, the Liverpool Comp announced their decision to allow women and girls to wear darker trousers in an attempt to make players more comfortable whilst playing on their period.
It just kind of draws attention to something that doesn't need drawing attention to in a way. And like I say, then that adds another barrier rather than removing the barrier that it's trying to remove. Yeah, there's definitely bigger barriers than, I don't know, just from me playing men's cricket, I've never thought of being on my period and wearing white trousers as being a barrier to playing cricket. I think generally in society as a whole, men are pretty awkward about periods and stuff like that, whereas for a woman, that's just their life, they're used to it. So because it's like this kind of strange thing to men and they feel awkward about it, they're putting this emphasis on it as it being a big barrier. But to women, it's not actually that big of a barrier because it's just what we have to deal with in everyday life. And we completely understand what they're trying to do, but it's just not the right way to do it. And I think that's kind of what everyone thought, that they're just trying to remove a barrier, but building another barrier of then being excluded and singled out within a team where they're potentially already feeling singled.
Merseyside is a region known to pack a punch in boxing, and that was once again true as Liverpool competitors won a record-breaking 7 national titles at the National Amateur Boxing Championships. Tony Bellew, Callum Smith and Peter McGrail all won in the competition before turning professional. New flyweight champion Lucas Dube emphasised the boxing power which is thriving in the area.
Amazing. I've said for a couple of years we've definitely got the strongest region in the country, because I am with Merseyside and Cheshire quite a lot, and I see how the lads train, and I'm away with them on a lot of trips as well. I just know how talented we are. I'm not even surprised we've had the most wins. I'm honestly not surprised. There's a couple of lads as well who just narrowly missed out in the final, and we had one in Luke Turner who got to the final but didn't get the win. But there's a couple of lads, one from Solly, Ryan Henry, my teammate Sean Heaton. There's a handful of lads who I just think belong on that level. I'm not surprised that we got 7 wins. In fact, I'm surprised we didn't get one.
As we get closer to the mayoral election, our reporter Adam Garner asked Bootle residents what matters most to them.
What are the main issues that you care about?
It'd probably be the roadworks and all that, and the buses, like they're not on time and all that sometimes.
You'd want to see the doctor even speak to them within a couple of hours, not like 6-7 hours after you've tried getting in touch with them.
That's all from Mersey News Live for this afternoon. You can catch up with these stories and much more on our websites Mersey News Live and merseysportlive.co.uk.